What I'm about to share with you guys is something that goes against all of the traditional things that you might hear on the internet about attractiveness, and about what actually makes a man attractive to a woman. Once you understand this, I promise you that you're really going to look at things the same. Now, one of the craziest and most important things that I have ever learned about attraction, about women, about dating, is that a man's facial looks don't really matter that much. See, when I was younger, I remember thinking to myself that the reason why girls must choose certain guys is simply because of how they look facially. But what I later found out is that looks don't play near as much of a role in the selection process as I initially thought that they did. Let me explain. You see, so many guys on the internet today especially will tell you that the best way to increase your attractiveness is to increase your looks or to improve the clothing that you wear and things like that. But we have to understand that appearances can be deceiving, and so increasing your attractiveness really doesn't have much to do with your clothes or your physical appearance at all. In fact, much of a man's physical appearance, considering the fact that we don't wear makeup, and traditionally men have never cared that much about looks. The truth about men's facial looks itself is that they really just don't matter that much everywhere. We are constantly being bombarded with ads to try to convince us to purchase the latest clothes. The most important thing that you can understand about women is that women do not select men based on their appearance only. Women select men also based on their behavior or on their personality in the long run. The way that it works is that men judge women primarily by how they look by their physical beauty, whereas women judge men primarily by their behavior or by their personality. And the reason for this is pretty simple. Women at the core are always going to be looking to choose a man who is able to protect them, or a man who is able to guarantee their survival. Whenever a woman looks at you and she sees your broad shoulders, huge biceps, and she sees that you have a dominant personality. Reason these things are important is because all of these traits are basically indicators of your evolutionary fitness, or how likely it is that you will be able to protect said woman from threat, or how likely it is that you'll be able to protect her children from threats. That's really what it comes down to. So the most important thing that a man can change if he's having trouble attracting women is his behavior. So how confident are you? How dominant are you? Do you act immature? Do you act like a man? Any type of behavior that you show to a woman that would indicate that you might not be able to protect her from threats, essentially, is a behavior that you would want to cross out. Any behavior that you can adapt and then master over time is going to dramatically increase your attractiveness in a way that you probably never thought possible. And although improving your behavior or enhancing your character traits is definitely not easy, with enough practice over time it can dramatically change your attractiveness and how women see you. Don't forget to show love by subscribing and like for the algorithm to see the next best way to level up as a man. Check these videos here.